Hello friends, Namaste everybody. I'm sure you're all watching our previous videos and some of you may be waiting for our new videos as well. We have been coming up with newer topics to talk to you, share information with you about the thoughts what we have and how to maintain health and several factors. I would request all of you to put forth your thoughts, your ideas and comments in our comment section of which kind of health issues would you be interested for us to share more information in terms of natural healing solutions and the problem itself, both the disease and the solutions for that. We would be very happy to receive those comments and ideas for us to talk about further topics. Thank you in advance. Today we thought we will come up with a very burning issue of the whole human race, more so in urban societies. Infertility. Fertility is basically a natural instinct of any species, living species, including plants, mammals, animals, of any celled organism. Even an amoeba, one celled organism, also wants to progenate and reproduce to make its presence in the environment and nature for its own purpose. Same the case with our human beings as well. But what is happening today? There was a time that maybe a few decades ago, at least in India, we were thinking of how to control the birth rate. Today there is a situation, at least in some geographical regions, especially in the urban societies, that the infertility rates have been increasing. One of the recent studies which I was reading an article on the newspaper was mentioning that especially in urban societies, the fertility rate in the couple has gone down by 50%. That is very alarming, isn't it? So we have to address for the survival of the race itself. And we also know how the environment is playing a role in the death rate of our species. So I don't need to explain about that right now. This is not the time for us to discuss that. But let us understand the fertility aspect. Fertility, we need two cells, two important cells, which is the sperm and the ovum. So what is that which will make us understand that a proper conception, fertilization happens between the sperm and the ovum? It's very important for us to understand that the quality and the health of the sperm and the ovum is at optimal. Once that is there, fertilization happens very smoothly without any objections or without any hurdles in the system. So once the fertilized fetus or fertilized cell, what we call it as an embryo, which is going to be developed into an embryo, and the fetus has to get implanted in the womb of the lady. So what is all important in this? It's like a simple analogy. You put the soil, you have the soil and you have to put a seed. It has to sprout, it has to give the roots, it needs to become strong and then it grows up, any plant for that matter. Same is the case, this fertilized cell in the womb of the lady has to bear its roots in the uterus and grow into a fetus with the umbilical cord, just like the root, for nourishment from the mother earth, like how the seed gets. So in the fetus or embryo case, from the mother to grow into a big baby and to be delivered tomorrow. So what all things now we understand. My simple analogy here is the health of a person is reflected in the health of the sperm and the ovum. So it becomes so important for us to make sure that our health is maintained. It's not that I have to have a health issue or a disease, then I address, then my sperm will be good, my ovum will be good. No, it is not at all that. To conceive, we have to be healthy. 40-50 years back, we were so closely living with nature and nature's principles. Like for example, waking up at the right time, sleeping at the right time, and having much less stresses than today, and much less radiation, much less environmental pollution, and emotional bonding within the family. All those factors determined the fertility of a person, and it was not a big deal to talk about even fertility then. It used to happen automatically. Today you have to try. Can you see the situation where we have reached up to? So if we have to try, what is the answer for all these things? We have to maintain our health. How do we maintain our health? What are the factors which reduces the chances for fertility? In traditional medicine, we understand that there is a particular age for everyone who are during which time the lady and the man is at maximum fertility. In traditional medicine, we understand the maximum fertile period for a man is between 24 to 32. In a lady, it's one number less, that is 21 to 28. That's the period where you are fertile at the maximum. So that's the reason the right time of marriage and also right time of planning for the couple to have a baby is very important. For the lady between 21 to 28, for the man between 24 to 32 is the ideal time for our fertility to be maximum and make our health contribute to the health of sperm and ovum. That is one aspect. Second thing, our living habits includes the stresses what we have. All these stresses will disrupt our hormonal balances. It can be adrenaline, cortisol, female hormones of estrogen, progesterone, follicular stimulating hormone, you name it. All the hormones of reproduction needs to be made sure that it is normal. That is possible only when our stresses are low. It has a direct effect between the stress and the hormonal levels. That also we need to make sure. Then obesity, lack of physical activity, improper sleep, and bad food habits. These are all the factors which will also determine the health of the ovum and the sperm. And what other factors also which causes, because we don't follow all these aspects, we'll have what is called as overweight leading to hormonal disturbances, irregular menses in the lady, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a household name today, and in the man, the morphology of the sperm being very low, the counts going down. And at the same time, the head of the sperm cannot penetrate the egg because it is weak, and the tail which has to travel up to the uterus to penetrate the ovum is also weak. It cannot swim through, it doesn't have the strength. So it determines how strong I am. I think we all know a man's strength is determined but how his sperm well swims back to the ovum. That is an understanding even in traditional sciences, that how strong you are physically and mentally. So these are all the factors which are responsible for infertility. One more important factor of infertility causes is constant sitting, stagnation, both for lady and man. So then what happens is there is no proper blood flow, there is no proper lymph flow, that weakens our reproductive functions to function optimally. And sitting in the midst of lot of radiation, electromagnetic radiations is also one of the factors which is very contributing these days. That's the reason urban societies have more rates of infertility, even though studies are not clearly showing that, but logically we can think and understand that is also one of the major reasons. So these are the factors which are responsible for our infertility. I hope this will awaken you how you have to take care. This is episode 1 for infertility. In the next episode, I'll come up and share with you what are all the solutions we can find to overcome this. Thank you so much for hearing and your patient time spending for the video. Thank you.